Today we continue to walk down the memory lane of Presec Sports. This program looks at some of the personalities that made sports in Presec awesome, great and memorable. And we are here today to reminisce on some of the achievements of our sportsmen of yesteryear. If you ever did sports during your time in Presec, you are the reason why we are doing this program. We want to acknowledge you. So a very, very special greeting to all our former sports heroes. We salute you. But before we start, let me quickly take the opportunity to announce our streaming links on social media. If you want to join the program, we are on Facebook at Odadee Radio Ghana, YouTube at Odadee Radio, Twitter at Odadee Radio, Instagram at Odadee Radio. You can also contribute to the program by sending in your questions and comments or your favorite sports hero to our WhatsApp number 02000 92 92 5. My guest for today, he hails from Akuapem Latte. He was born on the 17th of March 1963, raised on the University of Ghana Legon campus where he attended University Primary and completed in 1975. He entered Presec in that same year and completed in 1980. He is a proud Engman House boy. He comes from a strong family background of sportsmen and women, and during his time in Presec, he played hockey, volleyball, football, table tennis, and athletics, where he was a triple and long jump star for the school. He went on to perform for Greater Accra Interschools in the triple jump and became champion in 1980 with an initial record of 14.50 meters, and went on to improve on the record 2 years later to 16.30 meters. He also played cricket for the country and went on to play for West Africa and has an ICC trophy from Malaysia 2007. He played squash for many years and now plays golf. And he explained to me what ACP 18 means. He's an unrepentant, die-hard supporter of Liverpool and never walks alone. He is generally described as a multi-talented sportsman, a dependable Odadee loyalist, and an action man. Odadee Kwesi Asiedu, aka Kwesi, you are warmly welcome to Odadee Sports Digest program.
Thank you. Thank you, Johnny.
Yeah. On our maiden program, we had our sports master, Mr. Boy Badu, on the program, but you are a very fair sportsman for the program. Thank you for accepting our invitation to come on the show.
And thanks for inviting me.
Yes. So very quickly, as we are running late, tell us a little bit about yourself, your family background, what you do now, and then we can delve into your sports background.
Thanks. As you said earlier on, I come from a family where the sports is very prevalent. So it wasn't a surprise that, I got into sports. Right from primary school, we were playing football, we were doing athletics. I was in section red. Athletics, football. But we got into secondary school and we were introduced to other sports. My first PE lesson, I started playing hockey. No, I was still playing football. But then there were bigger boys amongst us. Mm-hmm. So,
you mean the growies?
So, when you exhibit certain skills and they see that you're a threat to them, they attack you in a certain way. So I said, I'm not going to waste my time playing football. I'll go and play hockey or volleyball or something. So that's how I got into hockey and volleyball. But obviously, inter-houses and then playing for the school team was not something that a foreign boy was thinking about. So I just played for playing sake. And as time went on, I got into other sportsing areas. I developed volleyball, developed basketball, and also cricket. But our school was not known for playing cricket, so we didn't play cricket here. It was only by the side when I go on holidays that I play with the guys on campus. So yes, going on from 3, from 4, I started playing with the school team, but I wasn't a main feature. I'll be in the lineup, but only come on when it was necessary.
Okay. So yeah. Don't. We'll come back to when you became a school athlete. I just wanted to know a little bit about your background. But before we get into the details, how did you come by the name Kwesi?
Eggman House is a house of characters. And we had one SU guy, Paddy Brew, of blessed memory. Anytime he saw me, no, he came to sixth form here. So when he came, I was in Form 2. And anytime he saw me, he would call me by a name. I don't know where he gets the names from, but hey, come and let's talk about the nigger called Jesus. Every time it's come and let's talk about the nigger called Jesus. So on one of the occasions, I was working with two of my mates, and the name that came was Kwesi. So the mates of mine took the name and ran away with it, and that's how the name got stuck. So he himself wasn't sure of whether I had accepted the name or this thing, but that's how the name got stuck. So he too then continued to call me Kwesi. So anytime he saw me, hey Kwesi, come and let's talk about the nigger called Jesus. I never really went, but I'll sit with him and talk, and then I'll bugger off. But that's how the name started.
Okay. And talking about Eggman House, what was that house like in terms of, what was it like for you as a sports person?
Eggman House, like I said, is a house full of characters. You have people who never held a hockey stick, but in the houses they'll play. And they will win. I remember volleyball. I think I was the only guy playing volleyball in the school team in that house. The rest, just guys who just improvised and they enjoyed it. But if you call them, come, let's go and play volleyball, oh, my friend, I'm going to do this. They would rather play football behind the house. That one, the stadium is always packed. It's a house, when I got to Form 1, my house captain was a very generous, nice person, Kofiche. And I think that is how the house developed the character. Because Kofiche wouldn't allow anybody from outside to come and bully somebody in the house. Or when you have an issue, he would just throw you in the deep end. He defended us, and he gave the house that character. There were serious bullies in that house. No two ways about it. But you develop the skin, thick skin to survive, those guys. So yes, that's how the house was. I mean, if you send someone to my house, the guy will pay you a tin of milk. He won't go.
Yeah, everybody feared Eggman House. That's why I'm asking. How was it like?
But we survived there because that's how it was. Chinzutu, Modibo, group captain Dacha, who's retired, Redman, Pikuslai, they were all in that house.
You had dangerous characters. I don't think I ever came to that house more than twice in my whole time in
The guy who I thought was feared most was Godwin Adinga, Chris Man.
Yeah.
But he was the softest person I ever met.
I see.
I
see.
They are like that from outside, but they'll protect you.
I see. So at what level was Kwesi discovered? I mean, in the discipline that you represented, the class or your house or your school?
I think around Form 3. Form 3. My next door neighbor, Randy Dems, had a table tennis table.
Yeah.
So from primary school, as kids, we've been playing table tennis. So it was one of the natural hand sports that I started. Apart from lawn tennis, which my old man used to take us to the court for punishment, go and catch the balls. From 3, that was when I became aware of myself that, I can do this thing. Because the pavement in front of the dormitories have those lines there. So you see the guys using those lines to either do long jump or triple jump. Occasionally I'll go and join and I'll blow them. And most of them were my seniors. They would say, hey, go and kneel down in the lawn. Little boy, you say, what? That sort of thing. So that was when I really realized that I could do this thing. So I you know, whenever the opportunity arose, I took it up. But in Form 4, you know, we were suspended from athletics. You know, so we only had triangle with Achimota School, I think Ganata, and a few other schools. So that gave me the opportunity to test my skills, you know, in athletics. Hockey, we were not suspended, but we got to, I think, semi-finals or so, and we were beaten by O'Reilly at Accra hockey pitch. Volleyball, I think, we're taking out by Achimota or something. I'm not too sure. I can't remember. But later on, from 5, it was a different ball game.
Yeah. So you did. You did hockey, volleyball, table tennis, football, and athletics.
Football was only up to inter-house level.
Okay.
Because I was afraid for my leg because of triple jump.
Okay.
Table tennis was just up to inter-house level. I didn't continue it because there were other guys who were equally good
yeah.
or even better,
Well.
but probably didn't make the mark. So I didn't really push table tennis. Table tennis was just close to my heart. The game that was sport that was close to my heart, and I would play. You know.
So it was volleyball and
volleyball, hockey. Yes.
And athletics.
Athletics.
In athletics, you did long jump, triple jump, but I remember you doing, was it shot or discus?
Yes, inter-houses. You know, like I said, in my house, we don't have any sportsmen there.
Yeah.
If it comes to math, that one, yeah. You know, so for inter-houses, I'll do a lot of disciplines. I'll do the short part. I'll do the discus. I had the technique, which a lot of people didn't have.
Yeah.
And I'll do long jump, I'll do triple jump, and I'll do the 110 hurdles as well. Although I won't get into the finals, but yes, I'll do the 110.
You represent the house.
Yeah, I represent the house.
Yeah.
I mean, it comes with more Odido, you know, Milo and...
so that was enough motivation. But do you remember how you joined the school team in the discipline that you excelled? I mean, do you remember how you were chosen to the school team?
Volleyball, I started volleyball. Volleyball, when I joined, we had Ajololo, who I played against when he was in Cadbury. Okay. Because then I joined Great Fingers. Great Fingers was a team sponsored by Ghana Times.
Okay.
So I was there with Niamudod. We had Big Joe, of blessed memory.
Yeah.
We had Sawyer.
There was one, I think, is it Kapi? There was somebody.
Yeah, Kapi is Ajololo.
He's Ajololo, okay.
Yeah,
right.
Kapi is Ajololo.
Okay.
There were 3 other guys. Frank Edutu was there. But they were all my seniors. So yes, the volleyball team, if the opportunity comes, yes, I'll go in. But you know how it is, like, it's a seniority action. I was in Form 2, and I didn't really mind. Once I was in there, I knew that I would have the opportunity to make my mark and develop.
So it was from Form 2 that you joined the school team in volleyball?
Yes.
Okay, and after that, you became a regular?
Yes.
Okay, what position do you play in volley? I mean, like, I know at volley they kind of rotate, but what was your main?
I was a spiker. You can only have, everybody can set, but there's always a central setter. So even when we rotate and he's at the back, we all form a line behind him, so that we all form a line with him. So when we receive, he can then go forward and then set for the spiker to spike. So there was this guy to Yoku Kosa.
Yeah.
Yoku Kosa too was
So
I think Ferret.
There was Zoe as well.
Zoe, yes. Yes. You know, they were all my seniors, you know. But it was good for me because I learned a lot from them. And I took my time to develop my skills, especially with Big Joe. Because he had time for me. He realized that I could jump, I could turn in the air, change my attack and things like that. So he took his time to develop my game. Yes. The same thing was of hockey. They were big boys. Chocho, Yanti, Cleo Jones. I don't know if you remember.
I remember Chloe Jones. Yes.
Yes. Capitu was playing hockey. Big Joe too was playing hockey. Frank Edu too was playing hockey. There were big boys in there. So training was good. You have the opportunity to learn from the seniors and play your game, your natural game. If you are playing too well, they'll catch, hey, go and sit down for 5 minutes. You know, that sort of thing. So yes, and sorry, you also develop the yourself, because you see your potential, so your confidence level rises, so you can you can do the things you want to do on the pitch, and they allow you to do it, you know, in training. If there's opportunity, we're playing a match and this thing, BT will put you in the maybe first half and then take you off, let the big boys continue playing.
I'm going to come to training in a bit, but what was it like when you joined the school team, the feeling?
Wow.
Because I think that's a proud moment for anybody who is an athlete, you know, in school. I mean, how did you feel?
You know, first and foremost, it's an honor to be around these big boys, because they're not people that you hobnob with on regular basis. You see the guy coming down the pavement, and if you don't, you would walk the other direction.
Yeah.
You know.
And they were hugely popular, really popular.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You know, and one name I want to mention is Booms.
Oh, Saki, Bakpo Saki. Oh,
No, Booms is Saki was the goalkeeper. Saki you're talking about was a hockey goalkeeper.
okay.
Now Booms was like team manager.
They are the kind.
You know, they can make you or make you.
Yeah.
You know, so Booms, I mentioned his name because Booms was the one who told BT that Ole, Obilene can have it a team, if you are a chawa. And Booms was somebody who I never hobnobbed with, because he was upper six. When you see, he had some way of walking. And when you see him coming from his house on the pavement, he's told you that when you see me 100 meters away, go off the pavement, because I can walk in any direction. You know, but yes, they accepted you and they gave you the opportunity to excel. You know, and you also picked up habits. Of course, you don't want to go and do things that will put you in their bad books. So you were always, you know, you always made sure that you did what you were supposed to do. Those are very proud moments, really.
Yeah. And you know, talking about the proud moment, you know, when you joined the school team, mostly, you know, everybody, if you have a nickname, everybody mention your name, you know, that sort of thing. But you know, what was training like for you? Because I recall, you know, like when you go for training, a lot of people come and watch, and that's where the fans really develop, you know. So what was training like for you at that time? You know,
At that time,
the diet and the task you have to do, and the waking up and the training. I mean, what was it like?
you know, first and the sports were divided into the semesters or the terms. So first term was volleyball. So you don't do much football, you don't do much athletics. So it's all volleyball. So after siesta, you go towards the volleyball pitch. You know, you do your training, you warm up. You know, you get the feel of the ball. You start. Everybody has the regime. You know what you're supposed to be doing. So halfway through our warming up, the sports master will come and then say, today we are going to be doing, let's say, long wind sprints. And long wind sprints that I came to know is in athletics training. Okay. You know, when you warm up, you do 100 meters, 3/4 effort, and then you walk 100 meters, and then you sprint. So, you know, and that is for stamina. That is for stamina. So you do that, and then for about 5-10 minutes, and then he will change the regime. We're going to be doing squats. We're going to be doing, serving. We're going to be doing receiving of balls from servings and things like that. So yes, that you do for volleyball. Second term was athletics, and that was a bit more intensive for me because I did, like I said, I did shot put, I did discus throwing. I even tried javelin, but I found it too tedious.
Okay.
So yes, and then my long jump and triple jump, which were my main events. And I tried high jump too, but when I got to a certain point, I couldn't go again. So I think I was heavy, But yes, so for me, training for athletics, I'd wake up in the morning and then jog to the school gate, and then back to BT's house, go around the master's blocks, and then back to Engman house, and then do my regular exercises, jumps, squats, all that, and then stretches, and then go get ready to go to school, go for classes. In the afternoons, yes, I would go to the school field and do some long wind sprints, run around. For triple jump, you need to check your mark, make sure that you can, when you run through, you hit the board. So you go through all those preparations just to make sure that everything is fine, because you have a certain number of steps you take to get to the board. So you continue to do that to improve this thing. So yes, that was what we did. I mean, I didn't do much in third term because it was football season, and I'll only play for inter-houses. After that, I'll be a spectator. And the good thing is that since they know you, you can sit in the school bus or the school track, and then you can join the players, go wherever this thing.
So let me ask you this question, because I'm going to come and talk about school bus and stuff. The selection to the school team, you do inter-houses first, and then based on the results, they pick a whole bunch of you, and then you compete, and then you are selected. There's some sort of trials, right? So maybe you might get one position, get about 6 people who are from different houses, and then you compete against each other, and then maybe the best 3 are chosen. For you, what was it like, going through those paces to be selected to join the school team?
It was competitive. Like I said, there are guys coming from other schools. There are guys who also have other interests. There are guys who also want to be known. So they want to make the mark. But once you've been there before, it is easier, because they might take 2 or 3 guys for each position. But since you've played in the school team, you always have an advantage, unless you are not, up to scratch. And the sports master didn't mince his words on those things. He'll give it to you straight away. Like, man, I don't know if you're in na. Eh? That sort of thing. So,
Yeah.
and you see, BT was somebody that you always wanted to give him your best. He was my house master.
Okay.
I can go to BT at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, BT meter exit. He'll sign it for me. He'll ask me where in Boya. Oh, he'll sign it. Yanoba. That's all. So he was like a fatherly figure to me. And when my old man them were in Presec, BT was there.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah. So there was a day the old man came to look for me, and funny enough, BT had come from Medina and, had a bit to drink, and was just conversing with the boys in the house. So I told him, no more in your house. I said, oh, Oche Robert. I didn't get Harry. If I did call my father in Fanfu, that was his middle name. We sat there for about 10 minutes. The old man said, oh, we are going to have a beer. And he took off. The man who had come to visit me saw BT, said, we're going to have a beer, and he took off, you know. So BT was like a fatherly figure for me. And one of the things that, like I mentioned Boom's name, when you are in these guys' good books, you would always join the school team. Because, teacher, you know, so you'd always get in there. And once you get the opportunity, you don't want to blow it.
Let's talk a little bit about some of the recollection of competitions that you had whilst in school, because a few questions have come in about your record and stuff. What was it like to wear the Presec jersey, get in the school bus with the vociferous Presec fans and the Jama when you arrive at you know that the Jama group were for people like Papsi and Edifico. they didn't do anything, but they always be in the school bus. What was it like when you wore the jersey and got into the school bus?
Oh yeah, you feel proud. I remember when I started playing hockey, we had the ice cream, what they call the ice cream jerseys. There were some long, thick, jerseys. I don't know where they came from. So they used to call them the ice cream jerseys. But anytime you put on that thing, you feel that this is, if you feel like you've gone somewhere. Yeah, there are people around you, but they are not experiencing where you are. And you feel sort of unique in a certain way. As you go onto and as you are called to onto the field to play, it's even more you feel more that this I now this is the time for me to explode. This is the time for me to show the guys that this is what I can do. When you go for the jersey, after lunch they call you to go to the sports room to go and collect your this thing. So when you wear it and you are in the school bus and they are singing and they are going, it's a feeling. I don't know how to say it, honestly. I'm sure you felt it before. You're a sportsman and you.
But the Jama group. Do you remember any particular song that really inspired you, like when you are in the bus and you are? See, cause see how he runs like some something. I mean, that's all these kind of crazy songs.
I don't know if I can sing some of these songs here on air. They have this song. Saturday morning, I went to my pillow. I found there's something on my bed.
On my bed.
It was a day for Koze. Those songs. Yeah. They put you in the spirit, in that mood. So by the time you get to we're playing Achimota, you get to the hockey pitch. You are in
some different level.
And there were several songs. Some of them I don't think I can sing. And when we go and play and we lose, and I come in, there's this favorite song, BT. I know quite training, no how, Oboka. And you start something else.
Oh boy, BT. I just remember the man, and he was such an inspiration.
I'm telling you. Yeah. He had no frills. I mean, he'll come, you'll be smoking his cigarette. And if BT has to do 5,000 meters with you, he will run 5,000 meters with you. You think that he can't do it, but he will do it with you.
So let me take your mind quickly back to, some of your parts. And I want to talk particularly about your triple jump. Okay. That especially that day when you broke that record. By the way, let me just check this because somebody says, does your record still stand?
No, it does not.
Okay. Do you remember that competition? On that day, and who were the participating athletes?
This was 1980. Yes, inter schools, Zone B. We had Laboni, Aquinas, Damasco, Kateko, Emmett. Was.
Hey.
Was. Yes.
Was.
Yeah, great was.
Oh, Charlie.
And let me just give you a preview to the stadium thing, because inter-houses, I wasn't feeling too well. So I came in third. We had Ivy Knighted, who's now a brigadier general in the Ghana Armed Forces, whom we all went to primary school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ivan was actually virtually my next door neighbor.
Yeah. You know, and then John Ozuseche of blessed memory.
Yeah, Joss,
who came in sixth form from Infants. So they came in, I think, first and second, and I came in third. But because I had been doing triple jump the previous year and long jump, BT said no. We're going to have justify our inclusion. We're going to do it with some of the students on campus, Legon. So if you're feeling well, join them and let's go. So we did that, and I did well. So what BT said was that Ivan and Adakwe, there was another guy,
Guinea in my house. He was a concert house guy, yes.
Yeah. And Joss should go in and do the long jump. And then I can do the triple jump with Ozuseche. So the day of the competition, Ivan said he also wanted to do the triple jump. I said, no problem. I mean, let the three of us do it. My problem at that time was with selecting the boards, because there's a 12-meter board and then there's a 14-meter board. Now the 14-meter board is what is used internationally by senior athletes and things like that. So there was this guy who was competing for Aquinas, Paul Ankra, Billy. So he said, no, we should use the 14-meter board. I said, okay. So we all agreed, including the sports teachers. Funny for him, his first jump, he didn't enter the sand. So I told him that, you see. But anyway, so all said and done, we're all pumped up. You know, stadium, Pristec boys were giving fans, you know. And that was my first jump. So...
You mean your first jump set the record?
Yes.
Okay.
My first jump. Pop. And that was it. And it was Frangedu who even made me realize that I set a record. Because when they measured, he was standing there, you know, Charlie, you know. So I realized that, yes, I had broken the record. So when BT later on came and told me that, look, you've done this thing and you've broken the inter-schools record. I said, cool, thanks. Then I realized that the record was jointly held by Nonkwe Baja and the pre-second.
Okay.
Ashale Cooper. I don't know whether you remember, if you remember that name. Ashale Cooper. When we came to Form 1, I think he left that year. So it was 14 meters. So then I took it to 1450.
Okay.
You know, so I only jumped once. I didn't jump again because the guys couldn't come near. And that was it, you know. And from there, you know, interzonals, interregionals and stuff. But yes, I only jumped once, and that was it. Maybe if I had gone again, I might have extended it, but BT just said, listen, Tashi no me, can go back. Moko benke any, you know.
Yeah, because 2 years later on, you broke the record again.
Yes, I did. I went to 15 meters. I went to the 15 meters. And that is what this guy, is that Antonio Uzu or Joshua Uzu? In fact, you know, it was Francis Binding who told me. I told him I was going to watch inter-schools. I said, oh, record, you boom. Pristec boy been there,
yeah. It was a pre-second,
yes. And then I had heard of him on the international scene.
Yes.
So I was happy. I said, oh, it's a pre-second, that's
because Boy Badu when you said the last time, mentioned that guy's name. That
really that guy does triple jump. He was doing triple jump at that time, yeah. And Yosu or something, yeah.
But do you recollect any top athletes, you know, at that time?
Oh, the school had top athletes. We had Kolon Kala, including you. We had, I'm trying to remember, there's a guy who was doing 200 meters. Because when I was in Form 5, Rami them had left.
Yeah.
So there was Bote.
From my house.
Yes, Kwanzaa House. What's this guy? Innocent. He was doing discuss. Short and discuss.
Zoe. Yeah.
You know, the sprints.
Who was doing 400 meters and 200 meters for us at the time? I'm also trying to. Of course, we had Lankwe.
Koromojo. Yes, Koromojo was doing 400 and 800.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, Lankwe was doing. That guy, I used to think whether he was really enjoying the race, because if you look at the expression on his face, it's like, I'm going to stop any minute from now.
Lankwe.
Yeah, Lankwe, yeah.
He will go.
He will go.
Oh, because of the Odido. And the special night.
You know? Yes, Lankwe was doing 400 and 800. Yeah.
So, okay, we've mentioned quite a number of them. I mean, so you mentioned volleyball. We've mentioned a few of the guys in athletics. The hockey, who were the hockey stars at the time?
When I started, or as I was developing?
No, I mean, like, who are the hockey stars you remember, like in Presec during your time in school? Whether when you came or when you were participating, who are the ones you remember most? Who were the guys you remember?
Okay, I'll start from when I joined. I mean, Yaunti, Yaofoto, Racho, that's Eric Forson. The goalkeeper, Saki. Is this Sakite?
Yeah, Saki.
Yes, Saki. Yeah. Yes, the hockey goalkeeper. Frank was there. There was
somebody called Nosti. You remember there was?
Yes, Nosti.
Yes,
Amatefiu.
He also used to catch, right? He was also a keeper.
Yes, he was a keeper. After Saki was
Yeah.
Nosti. Yes,
Yeah.
Nosti. I'm trying to remember. Well, last time went on, we had people like, there was a guy who joined sixth form. Came from some school in the Eastern region. He didn't have a nickname, but he was in Engman House.
Okay.
Very good guy along the seven. And, Koromo Jotu was a very good hockey player. There was this guy who came in from Infantspoon, but he played only at Interhouse levels. Coach, Amonu.
I don't remember him.
Yeah, he played as he was a goalkeeper.
The guy I remember though is the colonel who was in charge of 37. He has a brother at Action. I can't remember his name. But
Odonko.
No. He was also a brigadier general.
Is he a dentist?
Yes.
Isn't he called Odonko?
No, it's not Donko.
His brother went to Achimota.
Yes, they were twin brothers, I think.
Were they twins?
Yes, I think they were twins.
No, he was ahead of the one who left Achimota. Because that guy at Achimota is my mate. I mean, we all finished 1980. Yeah, the guy at Action International Church.
Yes.
Yeah.
I can't remember his name.
Yeah, I can't remember his name.
I know him very well, but I can't remember his name. He was also very good. Was he at the time? Was it your time?
No, I think I had left.
Okay.
He came in when I had left.
However, I can't remember his name. The name is not coming, but he was a very good hockey player.
Yes.
You know.
I think Alex Corte too was a good hockey player.
But okay, so do you remember any football stars, table tennis stars?
Oh, Ansa was a good table tennis player. Big Joe was a good tennis player. Big Joe was a good tennis player. There was a guy in Acro House. I can't remember his name. Also a good tennis player.
Okay. Let's we have to go on break shortly. But what was it like participating at the national level? Because you did other sports that took you all the way to the national level, right?
It's a different feeling, because you are, like I said, you are hobnobbing with different people who have also come there to make whatever you are there a reality. And the networking level is different. The level of professionalism that you need to exhibit also different. But then they all receive you and make you comfortable. Most of them are seniors, cricket, Dinichuga, Willie P, that's Professor Ampofo, Yofi Grant, Sir Dave of blessed memory, Johnny Yamwa, former Ghana Airways pilot. Those guys, Jacko, Vampi, they make you comfortable. And you are also able to do what you're supposed to do. I mean, if you make your mistakes, yes, they'll tell you straight up, listen, my friend, look sharp. But yes, I mean, those guys make your game sharp. And like I said, any opportunity to wear the national colors is fantastic.
Is there any particular school that gave us a very hard time, during your time? Any particular school? In any other? Achimota. Rally in the hockey.
We beat them in the finals when I was in Form 5. We beat them in the finals, and they almost smashed the school bus. That time I got the Napoleon fresh, and I ran from the hockey pitch to my mom's office. Charlie.
For your dear life.
Charlie, holding the hockey stick. Can you imagine? All the way through to my mom's office, Ministry of Education, Charlie. When I got that, I was pointing, I was like, you can pretend we're playing hockey, the guys want to fight with us. He said, but why did you stay and fight? I said, shit.
All right, so we have a few messages. We'll read that and then we'll go on a short break. The first one is coming from Edifico. He says, Senior Koza is a true Odadee and a consummate sportsman. He's one of my favorite seniors because of his passion for things concerning our alumni. I worked with him in the early 1990s during the revival of our fraternity. Very helpful brother who would have been in Akro House. big salute, man, Koze. And then a question is coming from Abrahams, Roland.
Oh yeah, that guy.
Yeah, he's I can't.
Black House guy.
Yes, he's asking the question, and I'm trying to figure out how to. Yeah, he said, "Are you sure Koze had that record?" I thought it was Ivan who set those records in 1980 until Andrew Osu broke them later on. So his is just like trying to correct and put the record.
No, I set that record.
Yeah,
I said that 1450.
Okay. So Roland, that's for you. Okay, let's go on a quick commercial break. But listeners, we've been talking to Kwesi Asiedu, a former athlete in Presec, and so far we have delved into his time here in school, the competitions he participated in, and the performances he had at various levels. So far, it's been a very interesting conversation. Let's go on a quick commercial break.
Odadee Radio. Like us on Facebook at Odadee Radio. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter at Odadee Radio. You can WhatsApp or call us on 020925.
Agriculture plays a crucial role to our country's development with a huge contribution to Ghana's GDP whilst providing for our food needs at the same time.
They should know that agric is the backbone of every country. Honestly, you began by giving us the percentages, but it used to be 70% that agric contributes to the economy. It's because of certain lapses that has made a figure decline.
I don't know why they see farming as a bad occupation, because in other developed countries, they take agric very seriously and they make a lot of money out of farming. They use a lot of modern technology to improve their yield, but over here we only see it as the use of certain man-made or small implements such as cutlass and hoe, which don't really do much. If you want to go into mass production, which will bring you a lot of money, you use a lot of modern technology that will help improve the yield.
Time to put the spotlight on agriculture value chain in Ghana on Agric Panorama on Odadee Radio. Agric Panorama is a radio program that is aimed at creating a unique platform for all farmers, traders, processors, transporters, wholesalers, and all other actors within the agric value chain. Agric experts, policymakers, students in agriculture, and other stakeholders as they participate in a panel discussion to unravel all that matters to improve agriculture and agribusiness sector, which is the backbone of Ghana's economy.
It's beneficial to the country in the sense that renowned companies in this country, the products these companies bring out are from agric, or the raw products are from agric, which has been processed into finished goods.
With agric, as I was coming, I wanted to do biology, but my grandfather was the person who told me that, why don't you try agriculture? Because I'm a farmer, and look at where I am. So you can also try agriculture, and then you can see how far you'll go.
Agric Panorama will be broadcast live from the studios of Odadee Radio online every Saturday from 10 a.m. to 12 noon. You can listen and contribute to this program via the Zeno FM radio app or Odadee Radio app from the Google Play Store or App Store. Also watch it live on YouTube or Facebook at Odadee Radio or Odadee Radio Ghana. Odadee Radio, shine the light.
Odadee Radio. Like us on Facebook at Odadee Radio. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter at Odadee Radio. You can WhatsApp or call us on 0200 092925.
Number one DJ, the unstoppable.
Okay, welcome back to Odadee Sports Digest. My guest this evening is Mr. Kwesi Asiedu, aka Kwesi, former athlete of this school in Ghana. You can also join the program by sending your questions, comments, contributions, memories of your favorite sports heroes of yesteryear through our social media handles, so we can read them at the end of the program. On WhatsApp, we are on 02000 92 925, YouTube at Odadee Radio, Facebook at Odadee Radio Ghana, Instagram at Odadee Radio, and Twitter at Odadee Radio. We'll be looking at how sports has impacted my guest's life and how he sees the development of sports generally in the country. Because as an athlete, did you feel like you got enough support from the school, teachers, and prefects at the time you were here?
You find people in the school doing their own thing, and I assume that yes, once you are in line with what you're doing, you get the support because the school will give you the support. You know that dining is 5:30, and by the time you leave the school field, it's about 5:15 or almost 5:30. By the time the siren goes, you're now going to the dormitory to go and change, and then that sort of thing. So there's that sort of allowance that they give you to come to dining hall, even in your sports attire and things like that. And the school supports you with, equipment. I remember my first spikes that I wore. Yes, it was from the sports room. It wasn't really jump spikes, but yes, my first spikes was from the sports room, and all the equipment, all you need to develop as a sportsman. Yes, the school will help. BT was always there. We had a volleyball master. We had another sportsman who was Aivo. And I think he left when we were from 3 or so. Very good.
Yeah,
Good
coach.
volleyball. Yeah, and he was always there to assist BT. He actually got me involved in volleyball because I found it to be like, oh, what kind of sports? But, he said, try it. And, he would send to come and call me in Engman House to come to the volleyball pitch when the boys were training, big Joe Dems, and I was in Form 1, but I'll stand there and watch what they're doing. And he would ask me, do you like what is going on? I said, oh, I'm enjoying it. Then on vacation, I got the opportunity to see National Day games and all those things, and saw the people playing volleyball, basketball, and I said, oh, this is an interesting sport. So yes, the school gives you the support. You get the masters to support you.
Okay. But looking back, do you think that our PE tutors and coaches were well trained? Did they really make you see sports as a career option? Because I am thinking that most people only participated because they had the talent and it was competition, it was exciting. But did they make you really feel like it was a career option for you?
Career option, no. But a way of life, yes. Because by the time you finish sports meetings, you meet different people. Your networking, this thing widens, area widens. You're able to discuss things with other people, and you get to, so if you need something, this guy, I can talk to this guy, he's in Ghana police, he can help, or somebody in the armed forces, things like that, because those were the people that we all participated with. So they gave you the opportunity to meet people, and also help people, because, at that time, our parents didn't see sports as a profession.
But that's what I'm coming to. I mean, you are looking at it now in hindsight, but I'm saying that at that time, did you see the value in sports as it is today? I mean, young people are taking their kids at a young age to go and train and participate in sports. Was it the responsibility of our tutors at that time to make us see the value in sports?
Well, sports has taken me to different places and, visited countries, Africa and, other continents. If I personally saw it as a profession, no, I didn't. But I enjoy sports.
Okay.
I knew that at a certain point, I'll not be able to continue making the mark that I was making. And I remember one day the old man, he never saw me smoking.
Okay.
But he smelled cigarette and said, you are doing sports, so if you want to
go
further, don't go and say to people who smoke.
He didn't know that you were.
He didn't know that I was the one myself smoke. But you see, yes, I saw it as something that I enjoyed doing. I had passion for it. And I would make time to do it. When I stopped doing triple jump, I'm active athletics, I was then playing squash and cricket. Squash was more intense. I enjoyed it, playing inter clubs in London. I came back. I was playing at Unilever Clubhouse. And all the boys were there. Soweto, guys that you needed, they could, help, pave way. I want this, and how can I get it done? They'll help you. So the networking in sports is enormous.
Maybe.
Yes.
I see. But what I don't see though from our former sports heroes going into things like sports coaching or management, is it because we didn't value sports so much and the talents we had? Has it ever crossed your mind, at any point that you've had opportunity or it presented of you would like to go into coaching, management, or business in sports or anything like that?
If you ask most of the sportsmen, whoever went through Accra Sports Stadium, they'll tell you that it is difficult to break through. When we were training at the stadium near Mudodu, Micah Hay was our coach. He wouldn't let anybody come near us. He told us, don't listen to anybody. I've given you your training schedules, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So when you come morning, you go and do your steps. In the afternoons, you do your long wind sprints. You check your run-ups. And then there's this thing that they call you line up about 4 or 5 head of flights, 3/4 height.
Short, yeah.
And then you hop over them. Then you come back. Then you hop over them. So, you had your schedule, what you're supposed to do. So you didn't have time getting into conversation with other people. Rex Brobe was training at that time. I think his coach was also Mike Ahe. But we never used to converse. Although I knew him, he knew who I was. But, we did our thing and then we'll go away. If we meet at a nightclub, yes, oh, hey, hi, how's it going? That sort of thing. So, to answer your question, having come back and tried to get into the sports arena and even to see what is happening, it's difficult because everybody thinks that, oh, these are my boys. You can't come near them. Because at the end of the day, if any of his boys excel, the honors
comes to him.
Yes. So you realize that most of the boys have sort of kept to themselves. Why is Nyamudodu, not even anywhere near the stadium? Because, he did almost everything. And he's kept away because you try to get there, they'll just push you back. The only guy who I see who is doing tremendously well is Rex. That he's been in the stadium since he came back. And he's sort of created a niche for himself. I think one of these days you must invite him to come and, he'll give you...
It's funny enough, I contacted him today and, we've had a conversation. But the point is this. I'm thinking that, look, there are so many guys who present turnout and I don't see any of them in that arena. Turning out into coaching or in management or even in business, because there's a lot of business in sports. And we know the inside out of some of the things that needs to be done, but nobody's in there. And I'm wondering why.
That's why I said that. It's like a cartel. You haven't you are not in there and you want to sort of break into this thing. No. Bring your own guys. Why is Rex doing the fastest man in Ghana? He could have gotten Ministry of Education to put in more effort into the inter-schools interco for the same regime that brought him out to bring out other athletes. But he's got sponsorship from GNPC and he's doing it. Because if you try to go through that same path, you meet stumbling blocks.
Because when I look back, the people who maybe in a way, I don't even say they coached me, but were the people that were our sports teachers, both at secondary and university level.
Mr. Kojito.
I didn't get a sense of a one-on-one coaching thing. You just use the talent you had, you go, they teach, they let you do whatever you're supposed to do, and at the end of the day, you just participate.
You see, our time, people had raw talent, natural talent.
Yeah.
All you needed was a little bit of attention. For example, I'll use myself. When I finished school and I was training with Nyamudodu. I hate the training regime. You know what? We wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning, then we used to run up the Commonwealth.
Yeah.
So we 3/4 effort. We go up and then we walk down and then back to the junction.
And then you go up again.
So we do it 6 times in the morning.
Yeah.
And then we go back. In the afternoon we'll go and do something else. Within that holiday, long vac, I had moved from the 1450 to about 1560. And this was just attention from Ahe, that short period. Yes. Now coming back to why you didn't get that one-on-one with our coaches and stuff. Cochito, Morocco. Morocco was more into hockey.
Yeah.
So if you played hockey, you'd feel his presence more. Athletics, you don't really feel his presence. Athletics, you feel more Cochito, but Cochito, you have to go to him. You know, those days, yes, you look for your governor. So you have to go to him and tell him, Cochito, I'm doing this thing, but what sort of additional thing do you think I need to be able to move from? Maybe my 100 meters is 11 seconds. I want to, then he would give you a regime and help. And that is how I saw it.
But I give this example because, it took me about 3 years to realize I was running flat-footed. And it was the headmaster at that time, Asiedu, who came to watch us train, who just shouted to me, Adufeni, run on your toes, run on your toes. All that time that I'd been sprinting, I was running flat-footed. So that's why I'm saying, we had physical education as a subject, and we were supposed to be taught certain things. Did our coaches really give us that extra, like examine you and see that, look, this guy needs to do A, B, C, D? I never really liked the physical part of the whole thing because I wasn't strong. So I always had a muscle pull. Nobody told me, for example, do this type of exercise to strengthen, or stretch. I never got that. That's why I'm wondering, did we get...
See, these things come with association. Once you are in there with the boys, when they do their warm-up, they do the stretches, they do the whatever they have to do. So you pick up some of these things. Yes, we didn't get them. I didn't see BT tell me that do stretch to loosen up, your groin muscles and things like that. No. But with the other athletes, you see them doing it. They stretch, they do this, and they loosen up. So you also see that, you also have to loosen up. And then you build up your capacity as you go along. That's how we all build. They were not there 100% for us, but anytime you joined any sports or you are with other people, you pick up certain things.
How did you cope with sports and learning? During school, how did you cope?
You knew that you were here to study, so you needed to find more time to study instead of being on the school field, running around and jumping around. I knew my talent and I knew that I had this thing that I could do. So I knew when to go out there on the field and when I had to sit in the classroom to study. I was in the same house with Judeni, brilliant fellow. You wouldn't find Jude in the classroom. But after classes, if I see him in the dormitory and I said, Jude, we did factors of production. There are some aspects of it that he will explain it to you. He'll explain it to you. And that's how I used to pick up some of these things, because you catch him before he dresses up to go to Agis or wherever. But when you get him...
Papa Ben.
Yeah, Papa Ben.
Oh boy.
I didn't wash in school. They used to come for my washing. Now, when I wear a shirt once, I don't wear it again. But when I hang that shirt and I don't see it, I know where it is. If I know where it is. It's with Jude. When they come, they say, today you didn't go for classes. I've not seen any white shirt or any blue shirt. That's what you want. Yeah. But that was how we also studied. Because I knew that I enjoyed my sports. And he needed to be sharp at times. So yes, you always strike a balance, and make sure that at least you are with the group as you go along. Papse Dems and co. Papse was always a team manager for the football. You see him standing there shouting with the boys and talking with BT. By the time you go to prep, he's sitting there. So if he does an hour prep, he's fine. Then he'll start insulting other boys.
But you just mentioned learning from the bigger boys and stuff. What are your views on development of young people in sports these days and how we are handling them in the schools and in the country? Do you think we capture and nurture talents well?
You find a student doing 9, 12 subjects, JSS or whatever it is, What time will he find or will he get to even walk around? There's no time. You bug the kids with all these things, they don't even do PE anymore. So you don't see the guys for you to even see that, oh yeah, this guy has got this thing. This guy with a little bit of assistance, you move on. I wonder how the guys, they get their athletes to participate in the inter-schools. How the school does it. But yes, and I mean, most of us have time. We can come and scout around, look at the guys, show them how they train, and give them assistance. Because people gave us assistance for us to get to where we got to. The regime has changed.
But I like the suggestion, though, that the alumni can play a part in how we nurture these young ones, But in your opinion, do you think we honor our sports heroes enough?
I don't think so.
I mean, in schools and in countries, I mean, are we honoring them
Schools
enough?
and country, I don't think so.
Because, the other day I was talking to Mr. Boybadu here, and he just narrated a number of things to me, and I'm thinking, we don't even have a Hall of Fame. Like, we've had people pass through here who are, if I remember before I came from one, I'd heard the name Monster. We came to meet.
Piani.
Yeah, we came to meet.
It was in Kwesi house.
Yeah, we came to meet our sports captain at the time. He was doing serious 400 meters. The sports prefect.
Odadee.
We saw some great athletes, but who ever hear of them? We don't have a Hall of Fame. So it's something that, as you are talking about, I really.
You see, these things are traditions that the school develops. Now, if you go to Achimota School, they have this thing for Sportsman of the Year.
Okay.
So it's there. The ladder is there. So you see 1941, the Sportsman was this. You see this 63, the Sportsman was this. So they are traditions, cultures of the schools.
Yeah.
So, yes, we can start. And that is something that I think we must look at. You see, because it is touching that you come back to the school, maybe, and you are with your kids. Hey, Dad, that's your name out there.
Yeah. In fact, Mr. Boybadu said the guy who did the triple jump,
Andrew Ozu,
he gave his boots to the one who won the Commonwealth Games. He gave it to the school.
Oh wow!
But I heard it on the program, but I have not seen where it is. And that is something that it will be good to be in the Hall of Fame.
This is something that should be there. A picture somewhere. The boots.
As we speak now, the national 100 meters champion, Sepri second.
Azamati or whatever his name is. Yeah.
All these people, we wouldn't have them, in any place for people to see, and even I want to be like that guy.
Exactly.
Exactly.
So it's something that we can start, but then you need to get the records as far back as, maybe you cannot go as far back as Odumasi, but you can start from somewhere. And, so then it's a tradition in the school that every year they pick the sportsman of the year, or they have some sports something to for people to look forward to look up to, because when you see that this guy is going to do it, you say, I also want to do it. And they are natural guys. They are natural guys who develop their sports just like that, and with small training, that's it.
What would you say about individual sports and group sports? Which one do you think is harder? Your thoughts?
Group sports is difficult.
Why?
Because you have to be a team player. And to be a team player, you must understand what everybody in the team is doing. And also be able to be accommodative. You don't have to be grumpy and, shouting when somebody makes a mistake. Yeah, it's this thing, but you have to understand.
But, you can also hide in the group when you lose. Individual sports, I say that because of 100 meters, for example, sports that when you come out alone and you lose, all the weight is on you. You understand what I'm saying?
You see, sprints are
are
different from events, sports like basketball, volleyball, hockey, and things. But you see, if you're in a team sport and you are not playing well, you stick out like a sore thumb. You see, because when they bring the ball your direction, you see, the opponents, they look at where the least the weakness and the least resistance, and they try to punch it.
Because sometimes also, do you realize that as an athlete you can have a bad day?
Oh yes.
And that weighs heavily on you. For example, the whole school is thinking that, we have this man, he's going to win for us. And that day you don't perform. Or you're not feeling well, but they have pushed you to go and perform, and then you don't live up to the expectation.
There was this time we're doing National Day games, and I was featuring for Eastern Region. The previous day was long jump. Fantastic. I think I came second or something. The guy who beat me was the then national champion, R.K. Adams, Ghana Police.
Okay.
So the triple jump was the next day. Massa, I did no jump. All my first 6 jumps were no jump.
Hey.
Me, you try to adjust, I just like, so you go, but you see, the thing is to be calm. Because then you're getting, put yourself under pressure, trying to think that, okay, I'm overstepping the board because I'm putting in too much effort. So you take maybe two foot lengths back to. It didn't work, and that is it. Bad day, and you must accept it.
That's it. The fans are patient. When it comes to school that day, you have to go and hide. They're not patient at all. Anyway, let me just ask you before we conclude. Who is your sports hero? Okay, when you came to present, let me do it that way. When you came to present, who was your sports, and at the moment, who's your international sports hero?
Oh wow!
When you came to present, who was your sports hero?
People inspired me in different ways and in different disciplines. Kapi, for example, he played volleyball, he played hockey, and he did triple jump as well.
Yeah.
And in all these disciplines, he was fantastic. He was a very calm person. DeRoy, my dentist, solid guy. Major Harris, Vincent Marquis. I haven't seen a guy with so much fans like him before. Abadi. Also different, And most of these guys were all in Form 4.
Yeah.
Monster was in Form 5. Odadee Santi was in Form 5. You had Ernest Beku. Is his name Ernest? Beku Doma.
Yeah, Kwesi Doma.
Yeah. They all did. Kwame Tio, answer.
Yeah.
Hockey player.
Yeah.
He was in my house. You know, so their lifestyle, how they manage themselves, were things that I picked up. I never saw Kapi throw his arm or point a finger at any of the guys playing volleyball or even the playing hockey. No. Always calm, cool.
You haven't answered my question. I said, who was your sports hero?
I
understand you're saying many, but just choose one.
Oh.
In Presec.
In Presec?
Yes, choose one. Who will it be?
It will have to be Monster.
To be Monster, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, somebody who exudes confidence. When you know that this guy is going to do it for us, right? Yes, that's your sports hero.
Yeah.
What internationally?
Edwin Moses.
Okay.
Fantastic guy.
Okay. What advice would you give to any young Odadee listening, especially those with the inclination to do or the talent to do any sports?
They should just keep at it. If they need any assistance, they should ask. They should seek for assistance. You know, the opportunity is here. Come to Odadee Radio, speak to Boy John. He will link you with people who can help you.
Yeah.
Football, Papse is there. Alex Scotty. You know, these are guys who are available. You know, so they shouldn't just think that it's a hopeless situation, but they should look for opportunities. You know, come to the radio station, talk to Zonda. He would link you with guys. That's what we also did.
Yeah. Talking about the radio station, what's your impression?
Fantastic.
You like it?
Yeah, I listen to the radio station all the time, especially when Blow is on air on Saturdays.
Yeah.
You know, I know he links it through you guys.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Okay.
It's a good idea.
Thank you. Shout out to any friends, former athletes, and departing West all of that years.
Oh. To all my mates, to all my seniors. Because when I was here, I moved around with a lot of seniors. Can I mention names? I don't know. DeRoy, Papse, my classmates, Waxo, Bone, my brother who went to Infancy, he called. He didn't go to a good school. You know, Tondi, I'm sure you are listening. You know,
Tondi, hello.
You know, my daughter Rachel, I think she's listening all the way from Seychelles. Hi Rachel. Hi Mary. You know, yeah. I know I have a lot of fans there, but you know, guys, I'll be out there shortly. So,
all right. So a quick message from David Ajimfra. He says, "Greetings to Senior Koze, my latter brother. We are proud of you for your achievements and lifting the flag of Presec high during your days at school. On a lighter note, I will see you at Plus 263 on Friday." Oh wow. So guys, they say that Koze, your commitment to Presec is unflinching, and you are always ready to make that sacrifice when called upon. Let me take this opportunity on behalf of Odadee Radio and on behalf of all Odadeers to say a big thank you for talking to us and sharing your sporting experiences and for your love of Presec and all the things you did for Presec. We appreciate you, and we pray that you live long so that Presec and Ghana will continue to benefit from your experience and your skills.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having me on the program.
Listeners, we've been talking to Mr. Kwesi Asiedu, one of our sports heroes of yesteryear. We've been talking about his time and recollections as an athlete in Presec and the impact of sports in his life and how the talent of the young should be harnessed. His recollections have indeed been memorable and enjoyable, and it's clear that indeed he was one of our very best. In subsequent programs, we are going to be bringing a lot more of sports heroes of yesteryear. It's my prayer that through this program, we can raise the awareness and importance of sports for our young talents, hopefully attract funding to sports in Presec, and increase the interest and participation of our younger sports generation yet to come. Thank you for tuning in to this edition to Odadee Sports Digest. I was ably assisted in the studio by my resident technical manager, Joseph Otu, and Michael, our intern from University of Ghana, Legon. I was also assisted in production by Eddie Fico and from New York and Fred Papo. And to and to become your way again next time with yet another exciting Odadee Sports Hero, I'm Johnny Adufeni. Thank you. Enjoy the rest of your week.
One DJ, the unstoppable.